All night the dreadless angel, unpursued, through heaven's wide champaign held his way, till morn, waked by the circling hours, with rosy hand unbarred the gates of light. There is a cave within the mount of God, fast by his throne, where light and darkness in perpetual round lodge and dislodge by turns, which makes through heaven grateful vicissitude, like day and night. Light issues forth, and at the other door obsequious darkness enters, till her hour to veil the heaven, though darkness there might well seem twilight here. And now went forth the morn, such as in highest heaven arrayed in gold empyreal. From before her vanished night shot through with orient beams, when all the plain covered with thick embattled squadrons bright, chariots and flaming arms and fiery steeds, reflecting blaze on blaze, first met his view. War he perceived, war and procinct, and found already known what he for news had thought to have reported. Gladly then he mixed among those friendly powers, who him received with joy and acclamations loud, that of so many myriads fallen, yet one returned not lost. On to the sacred hill they led him high applauded, and present before the seat supreme, from whence a voice from midst a golden cloud thus mild was heard: Servant of God, well done, well hast thou fought the better fight, who single hast maintained against revolted multitudes the cause of truth, in word mightier than they in arms, and for the testimony of truth hast borne universal reproach, far worse to bear than violence. For this was all thy care, to stand approved in sight of God, though worlds judge thee perverse. The easier conquest now remains thee, aided by his host of friends, back on thy foes more glorious to return than scorned thou didst depart, and to subdue by force who reason for their law refuse, right reason for their law, and for their King Messiah, who by right of merit reigns. Go, Michael, of celestial armies prince, and thou in military prowess next, Gabriel, lead forth to battle these my sons invincible. Lead forth, my armed saints. By thousands and by millions ranged for fight, equal in number to that godless crew rebellious, them with fire and hostile arms fearless assault, and to the brow of heaven pursuing, drive them out from God in bliss into their place of punishment, the gulf of Tartarus, which ready opens wide his fiery chaos to receive their fall. So spake the sovereign voice, and clouds began to darken all the hill, and smoke to roll in dusky wreaths, reluctant flames the sign of wrath awaked, nor with less dread the loud ethereal trumpet from on high 'gan blow, at which command the powers militant, that stood for heaven, in mighty quadrate joined of union irresistible, moved on in silence their bright legions, to the sound of instrumental harmony that breathed heroic ardor to adventurous deeds. Under their godlike leaders, in the cause of God and his Messiah, on they move, indissolubly firm, nor obvious hill, nor straightening vale, nor wood, nor stream divides their perfect ranks, for high above the ground their march was, and the passive air upbore their nimble tread, as when the total kind of birds, in orderly array on wing, came summoned over Eden to receive their names of thee. So over many a tract of heaven they marched, and many a province wide, tenfold the length of this terrain. At last, far in the horizon to the north appeared from skirt to skirt a fiery region, stretched in battailous aspect, and nearer view bristled with upright beams innumerable, of rigid spears and helmets thronged, and shields various with boastful argument portrayed, the banded powers of Satan hasting on with furious expedition, for they weened that self-same day, by fight or by surprise, to win the mount of God, and on his throne to set the envier of his state, the proud aspirer. But their thoughts proved fond and vain in the midway, though strange to us it seemed at first, that angel should with angel war, and in fierce hosting meet, who wont to meet so oft, in festivals of joy and love unanimous, as sons of one great sire, hymning the eternal Father. But the shout of battle now began, and rushing sound of onset ended soon each milder thought. High in the midst, exalted as a god, the apostate in his sun-bright chariot sat, idol of majesty divine, enclosed with flaming cherubim and golden shields. Then lighted from his gorgeous throne, for now 'twixt host and host but narrow space was left, a dreadful interval, and front to front presented stood in terrible array of hideous length, before the cloudy van, on the rough edge of battle ere it joined, Satan, with vast and haughty strides advanced, came towering, armed in adamant and gold. Abdiel that sight endured not, where he stood among the mightiest, bent on highest deeds, and thus his own undaunted heart explores.